All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Chidi from 194.9, and today I have Anise in the building.
Let's go. Thank you for having me.
Of course. How are you feeling? How are you
I'm
doing
grateful.
today?
Grateful and tired.
Oh, no. Tired because you've been on the road for so long or just early?
Yeah. But it's like one of those tireds that doesn't make you want to stop going.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the tired where you lay your head on your pillow at the end of the day and you feel good about what you've done.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Oh, my gosh. Sorry. I wrote all my notes on here because... All right, so I do have to say, a while ago, I did see your TikTok that went viral with you people stitching your song "Sun
Oh,
and
yeah.
Moon." So how did it feel with so many people stitching and then coming
It was
out?
crazy. I mean, that was the first time where I had ever had one of my songs become a trend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had videos go viral before, but to have a song become a trend is a whole different beast. And it propels a song in a whole different way. In particular, we're in the Bay Area. So shout out to the Filipinos because
Yes.
I know there's a lot of people from the Philippines here, and they were the ones that really sort of championed that trend.
Yeah, it was an amazing trend, and yeah, it was so super dope. So with TikTok, how do you think impacted your career a little bit more, especially with that trending sound and
Ooh.
like?
I think it made me. I think that trend solidified me in the eyes of a lot of people. Because I think with TikTok, there's so many talented people on TikTok, right?
Mhm.
It's very saturated with talent.
Yes.
A lot of good singers, a lot of good dancers, a lot of good artists. But you sort of have to find a way to really separate yourself from the pack.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do because everybody's so talented. But I think that trend in particular, Sun and Moon, was the first moment where I think I sort of was able to show like I'm not just making TikToks.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And I'm making music. And that song was, I think, a big moment for me in that way.
And do you pay attention to TikTok views or that stuff, or you just
try
put it out
not
there?
to.
I know it's.
I try not to, but you have to.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, the more, well, the views on TikTok are one thing, right? What I'm
Yeah.
more concerned and more excited about is the audio uses, right? Like, because anybody can watch my video.
Yeah.
Anybody can even like my video, but it's a whole nother ballgame for someone to take an audio that I put on that app and create with that audio.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? To know that my music is inspiring other people to create art, to me, that means more than a view, for sure.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
And then with Sun and Moon, you dedicate that to your wife, right?
Yeah, of course.
So when she first heard that, what was her reaction to it?
I think she's very humble.
Oh,
So she probably tried to downplay it in her own mind. I'm just guessing
That's
here.
It's one of the biggest songs
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. But I think, it's probably pretty cool for her to see that,
Yeah.
a love song that I wrote for her has been taken on by the universe and interpreted in so many different ways.
Yeah.
She can know that ultimately that song is about her, but also we can accept that for millions of other people, it's about
Whoever they want.
whoever they want it to be
Yeah.
about. Exactly.
Nice. So transitioning from music, or you were a lawyer before.
Yeah.
And I know you talked about and you opened up about being a little bit depressed in that stage. How was that transition? Was there a wake up call for you where you wanted to pursue music? It was no, this is not for me.
I
need to do
think
something else.
depression was the wake up call,
Mhm.
And it wasn't like one day where I was just like, oh, I am now depressed and I can't do this. I think it was a several year long stretch
Yeah. Okay.
of darkness, and a lot of us have been through that. A lot of people listening have been through that. They know what it feels like to not love what they're doing in life, to not love their life, to not love, the way things are going. And I think the one thing I've always said is kind of like when you're scuba diving or when you're deep sea diving, depression, once you get to the sea floor, once you get to rock bottom, you have a lot of clarity. For me, at least, I had a lot of clarity and enough clarity to see it for what it was and say, okay, let me look around. I probably shouldn't curse on this channel, right?
Go ahead.
All right. I don't fucking like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I live one life. Why am I living it this way if I don't like this? And so that was the wake up call for me to stop listening to the voices in my head, stop listening to other people's opinions, and start listening to my heart. And my heart was calling me to be creative.
Yeah.
And so I think my encouragement to everybody is listen to your heart. Who gives a shit what everybody else has to say?
Yeah, that's great. That's good advice too. With that, did you have like a lot of support from your family and like loved ones with that transition, or was it like kind of hard to like open up like, hey guys, I'm actually, my heart wants this and not that anymore.
Mm. I did have a lot of support from my family.
Okay.
However, it's never easy for people to accept um, such a drastic change, right? Especially even if you have a supportive family, they're worried about you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People are tribal. They want to see their loved ones be okay. They want to see their loved ones survive. So I think, anytime you make a drastic change like I did, you can expect that your loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be tripping a little bit. And you can't interpret that, you can't take that personally and say, oh, they don't believe in me. You have to look at that and see it for what it is, which is they want me to be okay. And I
Yeah.
just have to prove to them that I will be okay doing this. And I've obviously done that.
Yeah.
And so that's cool. And like my whole family is supportive, and they really were mostly for the beginning.
Oh, that's good.
But you know, you have to accept that people will be pretty shocked when you make drastic decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. But at least you like, you proved yourself, or not really prove yourself to them, but now
No, I
they're
did.
able to
Yeah,
see
had to.
like, yeah. Okay, so do you with that, do you regret any like the time spent you had in law school? Like, do you wish you did
Not a
things differently?
second.
Not a second.
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, look, I could look back on it and say, if only I could take back 2014, 15, and 16 and use those and start making my music then. But I think that would be foolish, because I think if I had started making music or started creating any time other than the time at which I did start,
Hmm.
everything would be different. There's a butterfly effect for everything. The timing is always, in my opinion, very divine and very um, fateful. And I needed to go through what I had to go through to become who I am right now, sitting with you. And had I not gone through those days, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you, and I probably wouldn't have these songs, and who knows where I would be. So no, I don't regret a second. I don't really believe in, looking back, and the past is buried.
Yeah.
I mean, it led us to where we are, but we can't live in it. You feel me?
I like that. That's good advice right there. And like, I know you said that you started like writing music while you were in in law school and stuff. Was there um when you wrote this song for like your wife and like other, were you scared for other people to hear it, or was that something that you wanted people to?
No, I think I was scared to post my first ever songs
yeah.
online, just because the fear of judgment is very real. I think we all wrestle with it. But no, at this point, I have no fear of sharing anything creatively, because I'm expressing myself, and I can't live in fear of other people's opinions of myself. And my songs are really just extensions of myself.
Yeah.
They're extensions of my feelings of love, my feelings of dread, my feelings of excitement. So I have to be as confident in my songs as I am in myself. And so, no, I definitely, when I drop those songs, it's because I know, I did something.
Yeah, that's cool because I know, like with anything, just drop that post, drop that thing. Who cares what everyone else thinks?
Exactly.
Like, and hey, like when you be consistent, like more people are gonna, grow from that too.
100%.
Yeah. So you have a sold out show in Berkeley today.
Yes, indeed.
How does that feel? What's going on through your mind with sold out shows all over the place?
It's going to be crazy. This will be the biggest show on tour yet.
Oh, wow.
We did Vancouver, Portland, and Seattle, and they've just gotten bigger with every show and crazier with every show.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I really can't wait for tonight, because I don't know, there's something I was telling the guys, like, I manifest. I'm manifesting like this show is going to be the best one we've ever done. And I really know it will be. We're kind of the band after 3 shows is usually when we
Start feeling.
we click, like, oh,
Yes.
we're a machine, you know what I'm saying? And that happened on the East Coast tour. By the time we hit Jersey and Brooklyn, we were locked. We're right there right now, so to everybody coming to the show in Berkeley, just get
Yeah.
ready.
Yes. I love like these venues with these smaller venues because it feels more intimate, with especially with artists. Me as a fan, I go all to concerts all the time, and just going to the first couple ones, it just feels way more intimate, and you're really
100%,
there with the artist.
100%.
So
I'm gonna miss these days.
Yes, you're gonna look back, even though you went so super far and have arenas.
I will long for the days of the 500
Yes.
seaters, but a lot of artists are like, oh, if only I could get to the 2,000 cap.
Yeah.
If only I could get to arenas. And you will, if you're
Yeah.
meant to. But if you don't live in these days and enjoy the 500 caps, we can never get these ones back.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think it's super exciting, and there's a magical energy when you have like a packed room of just everyone standing
Yes.
and just going nuts.
And just singing your songs that you
It's
created.
wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Do you have any message for your fans right now, like who've been
Mm.
riding with you all this time?
Of course. Well, to the ones that have really been riding with me from the jump, right? Like we're talking pre-Leave Me, pre-Sun and Moon, maybe even pre-Slip, right? Like to the ones that have been with me from 2018, 2019, the message would be thank you, right? Because those people at one point saw a dude on social media with nothing to his name, right? No proof behind his music, no clout, no popularity, and they chose to still get on board with me, right? Those people at one point saw something. And those are the special people in life, really. And whether it's in music or in your social life, is the friends or the fans who rock with you before everybody else rocks with you. And I would encourage everyone, be that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
rock with your friends before other people, before they're doing the cool shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Support the artist before they get the clout. Because if I didn't have those fans and those friends, I wouldn't be here with you. And so, whether you were a fan from day one or you found me a week ago or a year ago, the message is still thank you. And it really is, relatively speaking, we're still at day one, right?
Yeah.
Because the way I envision my career going, this is just the baby stages.
Where do you envision your career going?
Very, very, very expansive. You know what I'm saying? Like I see myself branching outside of just music, literature. I want to write different types of books, children's books, poetry books, self-help
wow.
books. I want to continue to drop music for many, many, many years too. I want to get into all different types of exploring my creative self, because any artist, and I think almost every single artist would relate to this, music is one part of your creative self. It may be the biggest part of your creative self, but it's only one part. And so I see my career going in a direction where I start unboxing those different parts of my creative self. And it'll start with, the first album.
Yeah.
You feel
Oh,
me?
yeah.
And then we'll drop that second album. Maybe around that time I'll drop my first book. Maybe around that time I'll, hop on a TV show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the exciting part of what we're doing is nobody can tell me what to do.
Yeah, you're like not in this box. You're like going
No,
outside of the box.
I'll do whatever I want.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Love that. Love that. Thank you so much. Last thing is whoa, my train of thought just went for people who want to pursue music and starting off too, what is your message to them as well?
Write your first song. You know what I'm saying? Write your first song. It's going to suck. You got to write 100 shitty songs before you write even one decent one. That's the truth. And when I say decent, I mean, it's still going to be bad, but it won't be as bad as the 100 that came before it.
Yeah.
And then you got to write another 100 decent songs until you get one okay song. And then you got to write 100 more okay songs until you get a good song. 100 good songs until you get a great song. So my message is don't be afraid to fail. You have to. Failure is just, it's like a prerequisite for success. So if you want to be in this music thing, get used to failing, learn to love failing, learn to see failure as a step on your journey towards being great. And I know that sounds kind of corny and cliche, but it is just the truth. And every great artist would stand for that. Every great artist will tell you, yeah, they had a lot of failures on their road to being Harry Styles, on their road to being, Ariana Grande, on their road to being Adele or Sam Smith or Ed Sheeran. We know those names now and we look at them and we revere them as global icons and just the greatest of the great, right? But a million failures came before they were who they are now. And for everybody listening right now whose name is not some globally recognized name, you could be that person, right? But you just got to be willing to go through that journey. And yeah, so I hope they all make it.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you being
Thank
here.
you for having me.
Yeah, congratulations on your sold out tours and all that. I hope you have fun tonight. And yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I hope I see you there.
Yes.